Are you ready for inspirational gains? Stay tuned for a amazing motivational piece by the great Stephen Covey. Hi, my name is Kyle Burns, and I'm here to provide discount therapy, not just to you, but to myself. If you're anything like me, you've battled with depression and social anxiety probably your whole life. This video is here to aid you in that battle. We are about to listen to an excerpt from Stephen Covey and his book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. It'll be my voice, but his words, which is what matters, because he's a wise man with much wiser words than mine. Go get that expired condiment out of your fridge and lather yourself down with it, or whatever it is that you need to do to truly welcome this information in. Enjoy.
The Haves and the Bees by Stephen Covey. One way to determine which circle our concern is in is to distinguish between the haves and the bees. The circle of concern is filled with the haves. I'll be happy when I have my house paid off. If only I had a boss that wasn't such a dictator. If only I had more patient husband. If only I had more obedient kids. If only I had my degree. If only I could just have more time to myself. The circle of influence is filled with the bees. I can be more patient. I can be more wise. I can be more loving. It's the character focus. Anytime we think the problem is out there, that thought is the problem. We empower what's out there to control us. The change paradigm is outside in. What's out there has to change before we can change. The proactive approach is to change from the inside out, to be different, and by being different, to effect positive change in what's out there. I can be more resourceful. I can be more diligent. I can be more creative. I can be more cooperative. One of my favorite stories is one of the Old Testament, part of the fundamental fabric of the Judeo Christian tradition. It's the story of Joseph, who was sold into slavery in Egypt by his brothers at the age of 17. Can you imagine how easy it would have been for him to languish in self pity as a servant of Potiphar, to focus on the weaknesses of his brothers and his captors and all he didn't have? But Joseph was proactive. He worked on B, and within a short period of time he was running Potiphar's household. He was in charge of all that Potiphar had because the trust was so high. Then the day came when Joseph was caught in a difficult situation and refused to compromise his integrity. As a result, he was unjustly imprisoned for 13 years. But again, he was proactive. He worked on the inner circle, on being instead of having, and soon he was running the prison and eventually the entire nation of Egypt, second only to the Pharaoh. I know this idea is a dramatic paradigm shift for many people. It is so much easier to blame other people, conditioning, or conditions for our own stagnant situation. But we are responsible, response able, to control our lives and to powerfully influence our circumstances by working on be and what we are. If I have a problem in my marriage, what do I really gain by continually confessing my wife's sins? By saying I'm not responsible. I make myself a powerless victim. I immobilize myself in a negative situation. I also diminish my ability to influence her. My nagging, accusing, critical attitude only makes her feel validated in her own weaknesses. My criticism is worse than the conduct I want to correct. My ability to positively impact the situation withers and dies. If I really want to improve my situation, I can work on the other thing over which I have control, myself. I can stop trying to shape up my wife and work on my own weaknesses. I can focus on being a great marriage partner, a source of unconditional love and support. Hopefully, my wife will feel the power of proactive example and respond in kind. But whether she does or doesn't, the positive way I can influence my situation is to work on myself, on my being. There are so many ways to work in the circle of influence: to be a better listener, to be a more loving marriage partner, to be a better student, to be more cooperative, and dedicated employee. Sometimes the most proactive thing we can do is to be happy, just to genuinely smile. Happiness, like unhappiness, is a proactive choice. There are things, like the weather, that our circle of influence will never include. But as proactive people, we can carry our own physical and social weather with us. We can be happy and accept those things that at present we can't control, while we focus our efforts on the things we can.
Wasn't that absolutely fantastic listening to that man? I mean, it was my voice, but his words, which is what counts. How do you get out of a rut? How do I improve my situation? Ask yourself if your criticism is worse than the conduct you wish improved. This is powerful stuff that will begin transforming your life moving forward. Internalize that you are the circumstances, not the victim of them. The rest of this video is going to be shameless plugs. Please stay and find out ways that you can support me so I can continue creating more value and improving myself and hopefully the lives of others with these videos.
Get your inspirational woihoi at shirtharmony.com. Link in the description below. Check out my new book, Serve, the Rulebook, step-by-step rules for a fast execution on a new mindset. Link in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be back next week. See ya.
Alright, it's been a minute. I've been doing YouTube videos. I've been writing. It's been a minute. Alright, let's get into it. Gotta find my script. If other YouTubers didn't tell you this, we all have scripts. The good ones have scripts. The even better ones don't have scripts.